Good day, students! Welcome to another video lesson that you will surely enjoy. So students, get ready and let's start. Our previous lesson was focused on the horizontal and vertical motions of the projectile. My question is, have you really understood about our previous lesson? If yes, kindly clap your hands so that I will be able to know if you really have understood our previous lesson. It seems like all are clapping their hands. So kindly explain your learning about the horizontal and vertical motion of the projectile. Very well said. You are right. As a nutshell, the horizontal velocity does not change throughout the trajectory of the projectile, and it is affected by the law of inertia because the projectile or the ball moves at constant velocity from the beginning up to the end of its motion. On the other hand, the vertical velocity does change throughout the trajectory of the projectile, and it is affected by the gravity. Hence, the vertical component of the projectile decreases as it moves up, becomes zero at its maximum height or at the very top of trajectory, and increases as it moves toward the ground. What is the boy doing? You are right. The boy is riding on the bus. Have you had experience in riding on the bus? You have been experiencing riding on the bus since it has been the mode of transportation in our place. Is the bus moving? Yes, it is. The bus is moving. Does the moving bus have momentum? You are not sure? Okay, so let's find out together if the moving bus has momentum or has not momentum, and we're going to define what is momentum and what is impulse, and we're going to apply the momentum and impulse theorem to the variety of real-world situations. What is momentum? Momentum is the quantity of motion of a moving object. It is calculated as the product of mass and velocity. What is mass? Mass is typically the large body of matter with no definite shape. It is calculated as the quotients of momentum and velocity. What is velocity? Velocity is the speed of something or the speed of an object in a given direction. It is calculated as the quotient of momentum and mass. What is impulse? Impulse is the product of the force applied and the time interval during which it acts. What is collision? Collision is an encounter of two objects resulting in exchange of momentum and impulse. Okay, so let's proceed to the formulae for momentum, mass, and velocity. We have this triangular mnemonics wherein it really helps you a lot in remembering the formulae for momentum, mass, and velocity, wherein on the top is P. P stands for momentum, M stands for mass, V stands for velocity. So if you're going to look for momentum, just cover with your hand the P here, okay, and whatever is left, the remaining quantities are mass and velocity, whose values are given, mass and velocity. Okay, the equation is momentum is equal to mass multiplied by velocity, and the unit is kilogram dash meter per second. And if you're going to look for mass, cover it again with your hand, and the remaining quantities are momentum and velocity, whose values are given. So the equation is mass is equal to momentum over velocity, or momentum divided by velocity. The unit of it is kilograms. And if you're going to look for velocity, cover it again with your hand, and the remaining quantities are momentum and mass. So the equation is velocity is equal to momentum over mass, or momentum divided by mass, whose values again are given, and the unit of it is meter per second. So don't forget these triangular mnemonics, because it really helps you a lot in remembering the formulae for momentum, mass, and velocity. Okay, so I have here a sample situation or a sample problem that we need to solve. So let me read the situation or the problem. So, a bowling ball whose mass is 4.0 kilograms is rolling at a rate of 2.5 meter per second. The question is, what is its momentum? So find the given data. Okay, we have the data for mass and velocity, and we are looking for the momentum. So the formula for momentum is momentum is equal to mass multiplied by velocity. So the value of mass is 4.0 kilograms, and the value of velocity is 2.5 meter per second, and we're going to multiply the two given numbers. So 4.0 kilograms times or multiplied by 2.5 meter per second, the answer is 10 kilograms dash meter per second. So this is the answer or the value for our momentum. And let's solve the mass and velocity just to find out if our answer for momentum is correct. So the equation or the formula for mass is equal to momentum over velocity, or momentum divided by velocity. So the value for momentum is 10 kilograms dash meter per second over or divided by 2.5 meter per second. This is the value of our velocity. So cancel out the same unit, and the remaining unit is kilogram. Copy or bring down the kilograms, and divide 10 divided by 2.5. The answer is 4.0 kilograms. So this is the value or the answer of our mass. Now let's proceed to velocity. So the formula for velocity is equal to momentum over mass, or momentum divided by mass. So the value of our momentum is 10 kilograms dash meter per second divided by 4.0 kilograms. the value of our mass. So cancel out the same unit, which is kilograms, and the remaining unit is meter per second. Bring down this one, then divide. 10 divided by 4 is equal to 2.5 meter per second. So this is the value or the answer for our velocity. Okay, so did we get the correct answer for our momentum? Yes, it is. Okay, the answer for our momentum, mass, and velocity, these are all correct. Okay, so we have here another problem or situation that we also need to solve. Okay, so let me read the situation or the problem. Tiger Woods hits a 0.02 kilograms golf ball, giving it a speed of 25 meters per second. So the question is, what impulse does he impart to the ball? So we are looking for the value of our impulse. So the given data are the mass, which is 0.02 kilograms, and the velocity, change in velocity. So since the golf ball is initially at rest, the initial velocity is equal to 0. So 25 meter per second minus 0 meter per second. So the change in velocity is equal to 25 meter per second. So since impulse is equal to change in momentum, so our formula is change in momentum is equal to mass multiplied by change in velocity. So the value of our mass is 0.02 kilograms multiplied by velocity, which is 25 meter per second. So we're going to multiply the two given numbers. 0.02 kilograms multiplied by 25 meter per second. The answer or the result of it is 0.50 kilograms dash meter per second. So this is the value of our change in momentum or the value for our impulse. In physics, impulse is equal to force multiplied by time, and since the quantity mass multiplied by velocity is the momentum, the quantity mass multiplied by change in velocity must be the change in momentum. Thus, impulse is equal to change in momentum. The equation is known as the impulse-momentum theorem, which states that in a collision, objects experience an impulse. The impulse causes and is equal to the change in momentum. Any object with momentum is going to be hard to stop. To stop such an object, it is necessary to apply a force against its motion for a given period. As the force acts upon the object for a given amount of time, the object's velocity is changed, and hence the object's momentum is also changed. The greater the impulse, the greater the change in momentum. To change the impulse, you can either change the amount of force or you can change the time interval in which that force acts. Okay, let's have a short quiz. Get 1/2 quiz-wise. Let us check if you really grasp the lessons correctly and kindly answer the following questions. I'll give you 10 minutes to answer those questions. Okay, let's check. Let us see if you get the correct answers. Question number 1. What is momentum? Momentum is the quantity of motion of a moving object. Question number 2. What is impulse? Impulse is the product of the force applied and the time interval during which it acts. Question number 3. How is momentum calculated? Momentum is calculated as the product of mass and velocity. Question number 4. How is mass calculated? Mass is calculated as the quotient of momentum and velocity. Question number 5. How is velocity calculated? Velocity is calculated as the quotient of momentum and mass. Question number 6. The basketball, whose mass is 0.14 kilograms, is rolling at a rate of 30 meters per second. What is its momentum? The formula for momentum is equal to mass multiplied by velocity. The value of mass is 0.14 kilograms. The value of velocity is 30 meters per second. So we are going to multiply the two given numbers. 0.14 kilograms multiplied by 30 meters per second. So the answer is 4.2 kilograms dash meter per second. Question number 7. A bullet whose mass is 0.004 is thrown by a rifle at a rate of 600 meters per second. What is its momentum? The value of mass is 0.004 kilograms and the value of velocity is 600 meters per second. So again, we are going to multiply the two given numbers. 0.004 kilograms multiplied by 600 meters per second. So the answer is 2.4 kilograms dash meter per second. Question number 8. A bowling ball whose mass is 5 kilograms is rolling at a rate of 4.3 meters per second. What is its momentum? The value of our mass is 5 kilograms and the value of our velocity is 4.3 meters per second. So again, we are going to multiply the two given numbers and the answer is 21.5 kilograms dash meter per second. Question number 9. A skateboard is moving at a velocity of 6.9 meters per second with a momentum of 13.8 kilograms dash meter per second. What is its mass? We are looking for the mass and the formula for mass is equal to momentum over velocity or momentum divided by velocity. The value of momentum is 13.8 kilograms dash meter per second, and the value of velocity is 6.9 meter per second. And here we are going to use the mathematical operation, which is division. So let us divide 13.8 divided by 6.9, and the answer is 2. And we're going to cancel out the same unit, and the remaining unit is kilograms. So bring down the kilograms. Again, the answer for our mass is 2 kilograms. Question number 10. A pitcher throws a baseball with a mass of 1 kilogram and a momentum of 10.5 kilograms dash meter per second. What is its velocity? We are looking for the velocity, and the formula for velocity is velocity is equal to momentum over mass, or momentum divided by mass. Okay, the value for momentum is 10.5 kilograms dash meter per second, and the value for mass is 1 kilogram. And here we are going to use the mathematical operation, which is division. So let us divide 10.5 divided by 1. So the answer is 10.5, and we cancel out the same unit, which is kilograms, and the remaining unit is meter per second, and we bring it down. Again, the answer for velocity is 10.5 meter per second. And that ends our discussion for today. I hope you have learned something new from our discussion. See you again on our next video lesson. Bye for now, everyone, and keep safe all the time.